We're live. We're ready. We're locked and loaded. Welcome back to Not So Degen, the most versatile podcast out there. We're here to talk about some crypto things, some not so crypto things, and really just take you on our journey on this whole crypto space. Honestly,
we're just here to talk about crypto things and not so crypto things.
And it's Not So Degen. But I'm Elijah Mackey. This is Erasmo Pollen, and I think we got some interesting topics lined up today.
What do you want to talk about? So you want to hit me with something that you wanted to talk about. What do you want to talk about?
Okay, so this is an interesting question. Honestly, it can really go a lot of ways. How long do you think the Undocks style of NFTs will like be around? Like, although people might say that they're docs, but they just go by a random name or something like that.
By their meta name?
Yeah, by their meta name.
I guess it depends how Undocks you're talking about. Because if you're talking about like Undocks, like how we did it, I don't know how much. Like,
do you think people would ever adopt that?
Let me ask: is your question how long is it going to be? I think it's inevitable that everybody goes Undocks eventually.
That everybody goes docs, you mean?
Yeah, I mean docs. Excuse me. Yeah, docs. I think everybody will go docs. Maybe you'll have those few projects that go on docs just because that's like the whole spiel that they're on docs, and it's like Degen, you don't know who you are. Like who did it like that? What's it called? That one.
Not sure.
That one project.
Not sure. I think it's interesting though, because like at first, crypto in general like kind of started off as like supposed to be this anonymous whole
like,
ordeal,
decentralized
and anonymous. But now we're like, I feel like it's grown now to the point where I think doxing is the future.
Is the way.
Yeah, is the way. Just because there's a lot of scams out there, and there's a lot of they're really scams.
It's almost like I would like to think that it would be going to a doxed version, but like sometimes what sells is the unknown.
That's true.
The unknown. So maybe when you see who, like, this person is the one behind this project.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Yeah. That is a very valid point though. Like that you say that, like the fact that. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good point. Like, I'm really thinking about that.
Does that got you thinking right there?
No, that really does.
Got your wheels turning?
That has my wheels turning, because like I think people would like to think that like NFTs or like NFT founders or like even crypto people and like crypto coins are like just a bunch of screens up, just huge team, just
that they're like some like pretty much that they got like the bat cave.
Yeah, like
the bat cave doing away.
You know what I really think about? Like I think about like the group Anonymous. You know what I mean? Like like we're anonymous, and like. Just
but he's probably just kicking it on his couch.
Yeah, just
ordering Domino's on Friday. It's Friday's Domino's.
Or wing day. But yeah, no, I think that's very interesting. I think that it would really benefit the NFT space if more projects were like fully doxed.
I think so.
I feel like it would create a better level of honesty all throughout.
I think it's like that saying when you touch your hand on the hot stove, and then like if you touch it again, well, why'd you do it again? Almost like if you went into a project not knowing who the founders are, and you go into another one just not knowing who the founders are. People are gonna learn. Yeah, people are gonna learn from their mistakes and be like, people will naturally steer away
from like undoxed.
Yeah, undoxed projects.
That's a very valid point.
I think maybe so. What do you think?
No, I agree with you. I don't think we're there yet, but maybe in the near future, people will probably steer away from undoxed projects. And if you guys don't know what undoxed means, undoxed is just like not coming out with their identity. They're just anonymous people. And then, of course, dox means like
a little crypto tip right there.
Yeah, a little crypto tip. If you guys don't know what undox and dox means, and dox
Two
means
X's,
that they
right?
Yeah, dox means they come out with their identity.
You're missing an X one time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're missing an X on dox.
Yeah, you gotta have two X's in there. But no, I just thought that was I thought that was very interesting. I think that's very interesting in the crypto space in general, just because like you got to think about it. Most investments that you make, or like uncrypto related, most investments that you make, you don't necessarily know the person, or you don't know, like say you invest in Apple. You probably don't know who the CEO of Apple is right now, but they're a big company. Like they're not. It's not some anonymous company though.
Well, no, because you at least have one face. You're like Tim Cook.
Yeah.
You got someone to blame. Tim Cook.
Somebody to blame.
He's the reason to
Apple's taken.
But I don't even know if it's him anymore. But
yeah.
But that's wait. What are you saying with that though?
No, I'm just saying like the fact that a lot of people invest in these projects.
Oh, not knowing who's running.
Yeah, not really knowing who's running them, or just going by some weird like.
No, yeah.
That's sketchy to me.
That is something. Like, how can you invest? Because at the end of the day, these NFT projects are like, they are almost little companies. They're not making iPhones like Apple, but they're promising something. Well, unless they specifically promise it, they're just featured. Yeah, but for the most part, everybody's wanting something.
Yeah.
Well, what's your utility? But pretty much.
Isn't it crazy though? Just how much like NFTs have just grown in a short amount of time. Like, PFPs were really popping off, but now everybody's like, "What's your utility? What's your utility?" Like that's.
I think so. I think that is true because right now you can sell like the Degen flip coin. That was just a coin. People buy it. That way they'll be able to flip their coin. But that's a good utility. Yeah. But everybody always offers like about the same kind of utility right now. Staking.
The big players are around the same utility. They're not recreating the wheel. They're just adding to it. And it's crazy too because like the people that are trying to like almost recreate the wheel have like no clout almost. Yeah,
well it's like people just buy hype, which is almost why, going back to your original question, do you think PFPs are done or Undocks founders or not? What is it?
Undocks founders.
Undocks founders. Excuse me, I have a brain fart. But Undocks founders, all that hype, that unknown is what sells. So
it's what like kind of creates just a little more hype too.
Yeah, it's that extra hype.
It's like, who's behind this project?
Yeah, who's behind this project? Yeah. So that plays into that too.
That's a valid point.
The mystery.
The mystery, yeah. Mystery does sell.
The catch, the chase.
The mystery box. the catch and the chase.
Yeah, the chase. Because once you know who it is, then it's like, oh. Because that's one thing too. Like when people sometimes they'll go on interviews and they're still hiding behind a mask or something. Yeah. They're still hiding behind a mask, so you still see who they are and like kind of how they talk, but they're not showing everything of who they are.
They're just in case something doesn't go right, mask off, I'm good.
Yeah, and then like not everybody wants to be doxxed. That's the great thing about Web3, or not Web3, but the internet. You don't have to really come out and show your face. Not everyone wants to show their face.
Yeah, that's a fact. That is true. I don't know. I think it's an interesting topic. Like, just where we're at in the space. What do you think? What do you think the future of NFTs are like? What they are right now. How can you see them growing, and like how can you see them expanding?
How can I see NFTs growing and expanding? So from what they are right now, because I think right now they really are just profile pictures for the most part. For the most part, profile pictures and hype.
Even like the utility.
Hype. Even what do you mean?
Well, like even the utilities aren't like super duper crazy right now. Like the use cases on most NFTs aren't just.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to generalize everybody, but for the most part, I'd have to agree with that. But what I would see later on, I think the way NFTs really made sense to me is like reward system. Someone's kind of like your Starbucks. That is like your reward system. I think Starbucks actually is doing NFTs now.
Are they really?
Yeah, they are doing NFTs now. So they're gonna have like maybe that's why the first thing that popped into my head, because I just saw
Starbucks.
I just saw that. So it was like Starbucks is gonna be your they're gonna have their NFT, and if you own that NFT, you get some type of reward or something like that. I didn't read the whole article. I definitely have to go back and read that one.
That's kind of crazy.
But that's how I see it. Like it's like your Patreon or something. Like you hold it and someone else gets to give you something.
I don't remember what team it was. It was a professional team just launched a project on Magic Eden, or like, so you'd buy it was like the Sacramento Kings or something like that, or I want to say it's basketball, but it was like you get their NFT and it's like a season holder ticket.
Yeah.
Like I thought that was actually pretty interesting, and they only had like 71 or 91 of them. I didn't look like I didn't think this conversation would go here, so I didn't really look too much into it. But like I think that is honestly
Yeah, I think only
more so
because
the future.
only because we actually understand NFTs, but for people who are barely getting into NFTs, they just see your Bored Ape, and then they see your those kind of your big NFT projects, the ones that are like millions, and they don't understand why you would get your profile picture
And spend so much money on a profile picture.
and honestly, even I'm like, oh, I don't know if I really do that, but I mean, people.
You wouldn't drop it if you had a couple M's or a couple.
mean,
Now I think their floor is like 100.
I mean, I'd be talking way different. I might not even be here if I had a couple M's.
It's true. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. The setup would just be a lot nicer.
I think so. Yeah.
The setup would be a lot nicer if I had a couple.
If we probably pay somebody to set it up.
But to get a Bored Ape, I don't know. I give me an ape shit, bro.
That's true.
Give me an ape shit, not a Bored Ape.
Get you a couple ape shits.
Give me a couple ape shits, but really, yeah, that's what I would have to say with that.
With that, you think that's the future? I agree though. Like I think the future is like that season ticket holder type of model. Like, you know, get your tickets with NFTs. Like your tickets to games would be NFTs.
Yeah. Oh, I think once people really start looking into them, I heard someone say one time that you can even think of like your VIN number for your car like an NFT.
Yeah.
It's just not on the blockchain. It's off the blockchain.
It is off the blockchain. I think you told me this like somebody was working on like getting titles, like eventually like your title to your car, like the deed to your house being like an NFT on chain.
Or like those are pretty much like NFTs already. It's like there's only one title to this car, and if you own this title, I mean that's really how NFT should be thought of. But it's gonna take a little bit but people are gonna slowly change the name. Of how they think of NFTs.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, it'll be. People will just refer to it on chain.
Yeah, even what I would say what we're trying to do with it and how we're trying to take NFTs. It's like a different way of doing NFTs.
Yeah, we really are trying to do it a different way.
Yeah, so I think you can really start thinking of like how we do it. We can't really compare us to what NFTs are right now because we're just trying to open the space of what NFTs can be.
Yeah. How do you want to explain a little bit on that? Do you want to expound a little bit?
I feel like I've already touched on that before on a couple videos.
Maybe this is the first one watching.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
That
is true. Well, how I kind of always imagined it. Well, because I guess you'd have to understand like my background a little bit. Because even before all this, I was already really into YouTube. Because I mean, I used to just listen to podcasts and like watch YouTube videos all the time. So I would so people would be like, you know, Patreon, give me donate to my Patreon. And I was actually there, and a couple of my YouTube subscribers, I would subscribe to their Patreons. And it was like nothing to me. It was just like, oh yeah, like they make content and I see the value that they build, so I'm gonna help them out, kind of stuff. Like I'm always watching their YouTube videos. And then that's kind of how I see an NFT almost, but versus me just pitching in, like holding in the NFT, it's like you get their cool art that would have came with it. I think if Gary Vee was doing it about the best way.
Gary Vee is doing it the best way?
Gary
with the V-Friends?
With the V-Friends. Or like he's the most well known. If you don't know, Gary Vee is like super, it's a crypto head. Really, I guess he's just like a motivational speaker.
He is a motivational speaker. I wouldn't even call him. He's just
turned into a crypto.
Yeah.
He's just definitely turned into like the crypto.
He's very motivational.
Yeah, so I take all that back. He's like a very good motivational speaker. Shout out to Gary Vee. But
Gary Vee, come on the pod.
But he has these V friends, and if you hold a V friend and you get to go to his like V conference every year, and like he adds other stuff, but as he goes along, and that's pretty much how I envisioned Ape Shit, but instead backwards, it's Gary Vee kind of, he put his out, and it, like obviously everyone knows who Gary Vee is, so it's already out there. Everyone wants Gary Vee. Anything Gary Vee does is gonna sell. Yeah, but with the Ape Shit, it's kind of like vice versa. It's you buy the NFT and then see where the project's gonna go. You know, so you're supporting the project in a way, not so Degen, because it's all kind of together. And then you get the cool NFTs, and as we go along, I just imagine us doing some kind of airdrop with all the addresses. We have the wallet holders.
Just keep on growing.
Yeah, just keep growing. Yeah, I mean, there's just different ways that I just kind of envision what you can do with NFTs. And that's kind of how it led this far. You know, a year ago, I didn't think it was, but...
A year ago, you didn't think you'd be doing this?
Yeah, a year ago, September.
Yeah.
I can't say a year ago. More than a year
More
ago.
than a year ago,
A year and a half ago.
No, not even September, bro. We weren't planning on doing this last September.
Not this exactly. I didn't think I'd be like going full podcast about it. But I mean, how did like? I think the reason we got here is kind of like because we'd always say we can't. Who else do we talk about this? For the ones we know about. The most about crypto.
Oh, who else can we talk to?
Yeah, when we came to
that's
NFT
true. So
project.
we live in Dallas, Texas. We're near Dallas, but like there is you can't really talk to that many people about
our
crypto.
and
Our
obviously
age.
that feels like our world.
Yeah, of course that feels like our world because that's all.
Yeah, but no one around our age is really like cares about crypto, except a couple homies probably.
A few of them, but it's just like
crypto news and stuff, and stuff like this. You can't.
We think it could be very beneficial for like
just what
education overall.
I just like talking about crypto, and then I just see what NFTs can do, and I see what we can do with apeshit society and not so Degen, and like how as we go along we can really do stuff for all these holders.
Yeah,
and I'm excited for the holders that already do have a holder. People like the Beef Wallet.
Shout out to the Beef. The Beef Wallet he's the GOAT.
Yeah, he's the GOAT. So people like that, I'm always like, we're always going to be able to see that they have the apes, and I know they're going to be holding for a long time, and we'll always be able to see them because they're on the blockchain.
Yeah, that's cool though. Very cool.
That good way.
Topics.
Yeah,
I think that's a good spot to end this one. I mean, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for viewing, subscribing. Hey, give us a like, give us a thumbs up, comment at the bottom, and remember, guys, stay Degen, my friends.